There is now a big debate between farmers and some members of the broader public about Oregon shutting down small farms, making it impossible to own a garden bigger than half an acre, or that/if moving to Idaho is the solution. So let's look at the facts. Oregon is on the left side of the political spectrum, which is no surprise when you look at the governor. They also have the estate tax, otherwise known as the death tax, but it's one of the only 5 states that doesn't have the sales tax. Even though some farmers that build generational wealth in Oregon are looking to move across the border to greener pastures in Idaho, which has the sales tax but no death tax, which proves to be more of an incentive. Also, Idaho is Republican and has far fewer regulations than Oregon. Now, Idaho is good and all, but thanks to the fewer regulations, there is unregulated urban sprawl gobbling up farmland, which is also driving up its costs. Boise State University experts estimate that by the year 2100, between 110,000 and 240,000 acres of farmland could be lost in the state. Although it's an outrageous statistic since nobody knows what's gonna happen in 76 years. Oregon, on the other hand, has one of the strictest farmland usage laws there are, but to the point where farmers have problems making money. So Oregon is also losing farms, but it's due to them going bankrupt and due to the Oregonian government shutting them down by itself based on the water permits and CAFO definitions which have been lately circulating the internet. Back to the land protection. Got it. The Oregonian land protection law is a part of the Senate Bill 100 from 1973, and one of the points requires counties to identify and zone farmland as EFU, or exclusive farm use for short, meaning that when a farmer wants to do even the simplest of things, like making extra money from agrotourism by giving people a hayride or making a corn maze, they need to seek a permit. And the permit you usually get is for a farm stand. But if the proceeds from these activities grow to be more than 25% of the total annual farm stand retail sales, farmers risk losing the permit, hence not being able to make any money on the side other than selling produce. Now, the law is set up so that a farm stand won't start selling Chinese batteries and Pringles, for example. But on the other, too much regulation is over-regulation, and that's also no good. And since Oregon passed a statewide minimum wage increase and pushed state-mandated retirement and paid leave programs that took effect last year, I wonder if Oregonian farmers are looking more into buying robots and other automation technology for their operations than their Idahoan counterparts, because in the end they have to compete with international producers. So it would make sense to lower costs by employing robots. But this is just a thought I had. Now, as you can see, there is an interesting set of trade-offs between the two states, and none of them is ideal. So my question to you is, where would you rather set up your farm? Oregon with all its laws and restrictions, or Idaho with the sales tax and urban sprawl? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.